Well, hey there. Welcome to Dave's Dive Bar. I'm Mike, your barkeep. What you gonna have? What? Oh, you want one of these? Good choice. Well, like I said, this is Dave's Dive Bar. I thought about adding the grill, but I didn't want to have to prepare too much food. So this is Dave's Dive Bar. This is basically a show, a series dedicated to Dave Vogelsang. We all know Dave. He supports WhiskeyTube. He's a member of our channel and supporter, as so many other channels that he supports. He's a friend to the WhiskeyTube community and somebody I like to call a friend. So Dave, this is all about you and your whiskey. We're only going to be drinking Dave's whiskey. And why is that? Because Dave's whiskey is free. That's right. Dave sends us these samples for me to try on the air. So this show is all about getting the Dave samples. We're going to take 3 random off the shelf and we're going to rate them 1 through 5 stars. And if we find one that is a 5-star, Dave is going to get a bottle of Georgia bourbon or whiskey sent to him. Every time we find a 5-star, Dave gets a bottle. So it's kind of like a game show, Dave's game show. So let's get started, shall we? And the first one is the Bardstown Foursquare collaboration. It's on row 2. There it is right there. So that'll be the first one. What is the next one? We're going to hit the randomizer again. Ooh, Jack Daniel's 12-year batch 02 is on row 1. And I know I saw it. Yeah, here it is. Jack Daniel's 12-year. And our third contestant, hit that randomizer again. Old Carter batch 16. Wow, we got some heavyweights tonight. Of course, what Dave sends in a lot of cases is heavyweights. It is also on row 1. Old Carter, Old Carter, Old Carter. Somewhere, it's behind me. Of course it is. Old Carter Bourbon Whiskey batch 16. Okay, well, we've got our 3 bourbons. Yeah, well, you know, Jack Daniel's, I actually came from Jack Daniel's, and they are a bourbon, but they are a Tennessee whiskey by Tennessee law because of the Lincoln County process. So, to me, there's 3 bourbons. I don't care if you call it a Tennessee whiskey or not. But the, I've had Old Carter before, but I don't think I've had batch 16. I've never had Jack Daniel's 12-year or the 10-year. And the Bardstown, I've had a lot of different collaborations, but the Foursquare rum collaboration, I've not had. I think maybe I've tasted the plantation rum at one point. The Foursquare, I think, is supposed to be the really good one of the 2. You can comment below if I'm wrong. But we're going to start off, I usually start off on the right, so Old Carter Bourbon Whiskey Barrel Strength Batch 16, 117.8 proof. So that is our first up. And let's see what the aroma's like. Wow. I don't know if it's the proof or all that goodness, bourbon goodness coming up, but it is delicious smelling. Cheers. Oh, that's rich. Peppery, a lot of spice. Fairly sweet. I don't remember the Old Carters being that sweet. A lot of molasses, brown sugar goodness going on there. I would say some medium to dark fruits, but definitely molasses, brown sugar, some dark fruits, and oak, a kind of I would say kind of a medium oak. Not really sweet, not really bitter. Just, it's there. You can taste it. Let's take another sip. I'm not going to reveal my scores to the end, but I do have to make a note and write some things down. So we're going to go to the Jack Daniel's 12-year. Molasses, brown sugar, intense molasses and brown sugar. With a touch of oak. Cheers. That's smooth. I mean, really, that is really smooth. I've never tasted a Jack Daniel's this smooth before. Wow. But I'm also a little disappointed too. I expected, I don't know what, like something that would knock my socks off. It's good. I like it. I would like a bottle of it. But it didn't knock my socks off. Let's take another taste. My socks are still on. Maybe we can knock them off. It is good. There's a lot going on there, a lot of flavors. I mean, it's very rich. It's fairly sweet. Definitely that molasses brown sugar is coming through, transfers to the palate. Some oak, more oak in the taste than the aroma. I'm going to go back through and we're going to talk about the finish in the end, because what do I always forget? The finish, right? So, make some more notes and give this a score. So that gets us to probably the outlier of the group here, the Bardstown Bourbon Company 4 Square Rum Collaboration, also 107 proof. Love the proof. I'm just not sure if I like bourbon with a rum finish. I know I don't like bourbon with a tequila finish. Tried it, not a fan. Rum finish? Maybe. Well, that rum does come through in the finish. I get a little sweetness. Definitely, I would say some lighter the medium fruit, more like the oranges here versus the cherries. And those are real. Yeah, I can put them in my drink anytime I want. Not these, I won't. Yeah, it does. It does. You got the bourbon notes and you got the rum notes. And it's hard to distinguish the two. I mean, to actually pick something out beyond, I smell bourbon and I smell rum. Cheers. Well, that is definitely different. It's sweeter than I thought it would be. This might be the sweetest of the three tonight. And that rum finish is very mild. Let's take another sip. That's pretty good. Pretty damn good. I didn't know if I'd like a rum finish in a bourbon. 4 Square? Salute. To me it does. It makes the bourbon a little lighter, a little sweeter. Certainly with summer being here, something that I would enjoy more. Might even put this, with these flavors, put it over the rocks. And I'm not a big over the rocks fan, but I think with the sweetness and the rum, it might be quite tasty over the rocks. So this is a candidate for over the rocks. The finish on the Bardstown left me with a kind of a rum finish, more so than the bourbon. I've got kind of a light dried fruit with a little bit of maybe cinnamon and vanilla, capping it off. It's a nice finish and it lasts. Let's go back to the Jack Daniel and see what kind of finish it's got. Definitely, I'm getting a little bit of a bitter oak on the finish. I do get that molasses brown sugar does carry through to the finish, but I've got that bitter oak that just, a taste that's, I wouldn't say it's bad, it's just not great. It just, I wish it was better. So, is it going to affect my score? No, I kind of factored that in when I was tasting it before. I mean, the whole experience. What the rating I'm giving it, the number is really the whole experience. It's just not the taste. It's how much I like it. Now, the third sip on the Old Carter, I'm getting a little more nuttiness than I did before. And I'm nutty. I like a good nuttiness. Nuttiness. And that's good. You got some sweetness, some nuttiness. It's rich. It's got a very good balance. I would say of the three, the Old Carter's got the best balance and tastes like the most mature. I don't know what the age is compared to the JD12, but I'm tasting a lot of like years and years of barrel goodness coming out of this Old Carter, at least for me. The JD, it's like maybe it was in there too long with that oak bitterness. And the Bardstown, with that rum, it kind of messes with my brain. I can't tell if it's an old bourbon or, I don't think, it doesn't taste like a young bourbon. But the rum kind of offsets it where I really can't say, am I really getting a lot of bourbon? No, I'm getting kind of like a mixed drink here. Bourbon and rum, and I love it. I think it's great. So, what are the scores? Dave's asking. Dave, because did I get a 5 tonight? Did Dave get any 5 stars tonight? Sorry, Dave, no 5 stars, but they were all delicious. But Old Carter, I gave it 4 stars. Jack Daniel's 12-year, a little of a disappointment, and I think it's because of that bitter oak in the finish. It's like, if I don't taste one immediately, it's like I don't want to taste it again because of the bitter finish. It kind of like puts me off. So a little disappointed in Jack Daniel's. Gave it 3.5 stars because it's good until you get to the finish. And then the Bardstown Foursquare, I thought it's, almost flavorish with it. And like I said, I love it, but because of that, I'm not used to rum finishes, I gave it a 4. I really like it. It's just not 4.5 and certainly not a 5-star. I know there are 5-star bourbons and whiskeys back there that Dave has given me because I've had them before and they've knocked my socks off, and, well, off camera, I'm completely naked. I'm not, trust me on that. Wife goes, when did that happen? Would you text me? No, it didn't happen. So, 4 stars, 3.5 stars, 4 stars, 4 stars, all delicious. I love them all, but no 5 stars tonight. But we're not going to finish the series until we have at least 1 5-star, most likely several. No bottle tonight, Dave, but you know it's coming. You absolutely know it's coming. I absolutely know it's coming. The audience should know it's coming. That 5-star bourbon is going to hit our show anytime now. So we hope you will like this video, comment, and share. And if you've had any of these bourbons, please let me know in the comments what you think about it. And we'll see you next time in Dave's Dive Bar. Oh yeah.